fence kind of there, and then we could probably do the same with maybe a fence gate. And just so it looks nice, let's get some spruce fence gates there. And now hopefully if we were to get ourselves an armor stand, and we can't place it on that apparently, okay, and now using our pistons we can then push this guy over. That's not quite right. In fact, we'll use a fence for that. Drop our guy down. Piston, nearly. We need a block in there. There we go. Perfect. So it's now in line. And then with our spear, we can essentially knock this guy around, and he's kind of working. I mean, look at that. It does actually work really well. And then we knock him this way. Is it still going to work? No, that's slightly too... Oh, kind of. We could just replace that with a wall. So we just break that, get ourselves a wall, because they've got a much bigger hitbox. And now look at that. That's consistently working. And then we just fill this back in. There's now a problem because look at that. I mean, that is a really, really ugly floor, but we could just get ourselves some carpets. And so hopefully the carpets, we can't place them there. We're going to have to try and push them using pistons, which is fine. Look at that. Now we can just... Where's the hitbox for the armor stand? Can we not? You're kidding me on. It's now slightly too short for carpets. Oh, man. I can't believe that. I thought we'd managed it. This is so tricky. So we need to try and raise this guy up even higher. And I'm thinking you could probably, for that, maybe use snow layers? This might be wishful thinking, but if we try and get some snow layers like that and maybe drop this guy in now, is that going to work? No, he's just going to sink in. Maybe one more layer. And I think he is slightly higher up. I think that hitbox, yeah, that hitbox is definitely above the carpets. So let's try and move this guy over. So now he is between the two blocks. We now need to get our wall back in place and then back with our spruce planks as well. And I'm really hoping this is going to work. I mean, it's not really... Oh, it is activating, okay. Good. I mean, it's not really consistent. Can we knock it over this way? So we do need to account for that. But if we get our carpets back in place, we can then cover it back up. And look at that. You can still see the hitbox. And we should... Oh, that's not good. I don't even think of that. I mean, is that even working? I mean, it is working, which is great. Not very consistently, but it is working. But you can just... You can float on the carpet. That's so... Man, this is so tricky. I will say I am having a lot of fun with this, so it is fun rediscovering technology, but these blocks have got to go. I will just very quickly thank the channel members for supporting me directly. That is so very, very much appreciated. I mean, it really does help a lot. I'd love to get some feedback on the channel memberships, because right now it's purely just for supporting me. But if there's anything that you guys would like, then please just let me know, because I'd love to hear it and improve the channel memberships. But I've placed some chains down, and I'm thinking this will work. Yeah, that definitely works. Really well, actually. Well, kind of partly well. But again, we can knock it that way, which will now stop it from working, which is not what we want. So maybe instead, why don't we break this and then replace it? I'm thinking with some iron bars, but that's actually the exact same size-wise as the chain. So we need something slightly bigger, which doesn't poke through carpet. Do we have such a block? We could try the happy ghast, or the dry ghast, rather. Is that going to work? Oh, that looks like it could work really well, but there is particles, which I don't like. We could definitely try an anvil, or maybe a grindstone. Is that going to work like that? Oh, okay, maybe not. Let's try it with the grindstone. That's not going to... Oh, look at that. That actually looks perfect. Yeah, look at that. It is working consistently, and we can't knock it this way either, which means it's going to work in any direction. That is brilliant. That is so good. Which also means if we were to try and just extend this out ever so slightly further, and then expand the carpet as well, turn off the hitboxes, and now you can see this lovely carpet. No idea anything that's here, because you can walk anywhere, and then with a spear, this one specific spot on the carpet
that I tried, and with some This is one of my favorite physics puzzle objects. I made a video about it 7 years ago, and I've been trying to get version 2.0 working ever since. The trick is that there are two liquids in the bottle that don't mix. One is not soluble in the other. So when you shake it, it creates an emulsion where droplets of one liquid are floating in the other. The density of the emulsion is halfway between the density of the top liquid and the bottom liquid. And the densities of the beads are chosen so that they sit at the top and bottom of the emulsion. So as the emulsion separates, the beads slowly come together. And the improvement that I've been trying to make is to upgrade it to 3 liquids. With 3 different liquids, I need 4 different densities of beads, a pair for the top emulsion and a pair for the bottom emulsion. In the process of trying to work it out, I discovered all sorts of weird behavior. The first challenge is, how do you find three liquids that are all insoluble with each other? Like, my basic understanding was always that non-polar liquids mix together and polar liquids mix together, but non-polar liquids and polar liquids do not mix with each other. So if I already have two liquids that don't mix, it must be that one is polar and the other isn't. So any third liquid that I bring in will surely be soluble in one or the other. And it turns out the answer was staring me in the face the whole time, because actually both liquids in my original video are polar and they're not mixing. The bottom liquid is salt water and the top liquid is isopropyl alcohol. Water and isopropyl alcohol are both polar, so they should mix together. But when you add salt, it binds to the water molecules more strongly than the isopropyl alcohol can. And so the IPA gets rejected from the solution. That's called salting out, and chemists use it all the time. So with two separate polar liquids, all I have to do is add a non-polar liquid. In other words, an oil. And there you go, look, sunflower oil sits between the two, and I can shake it up as much as I like, and once I set it down, the three liquids separate again. I could even use dyes that preferentially dissolve in the different liquids to create three really distinct colors. That's pretty cool, isn't it? But what I'm trying to do is create a three-liquid version of this thing. With this thing, the trick is that you don't know there are separate liquids until it's explained. That's the point of the physics puzzle here. So I need my oil to be clear, and that's not the only criteria. Here's what I'm thinking. So the density of isopropyl alcohol is here. The density of salt water is here. You'll notice I've flipped the y-axis upside down so that more dense things sink to the bottom of the graph. I was getting so confused before I did that. So the density of the oil that I choose needs to be somewhere between these two, but actually I want it to be as close to the middle as possible. That's because I need to fit different bead densities in here as well. Like if the density of the oil was too close to that of IPA, I wouldn't have much room to fit different bead densities in here by like looking at the densities of different plastics. I eventually found MCT oil. It has a really great density and it's clear, but the flipping stuff is soluble in IPA. I tried various other alcohols and acetone, but they all dissolved MCT oil. In the end, I just couldn't find a clear oil that sat nicely in a good position on the density scale. Spoiler alert though, I did find something in the end. So I thought, well, let's try and get it working with the clearest oil that I can find that's about the right density, which is vegetable oil. Specifically, sunflower oil is quite clear. So sunflower oil is here, meaning the emulsion of sunflower oil with IPA is here, and the emulsion of oil and salt water sits here. So I need to find beads with densities that go in all these gaps. So I looked up the densities of various different plastics and it seemed like there were a few options, but actually only really one option that sits at the top of the oil IPA emulsion. That's polymethyl pentane. I ended up spending $100 on this pack of 100 beads, and I've got low density polyethylene, I've got nylon in there as well, and high impact polystyrene. And before I could figure out where it was possible to purchase polymethyl pentane balls for $1 each, I was looking at the densities of different woods, and actually there's this rosewood, specifically rosewood from Brazil, that seemed to have the right density. Brazilian rosewood is used to make guitar fretboards, so I bought a guitar fretboard blank and laser cut a little square out of it. And when I put them in there, they all went to the wrong places. It's so annoying, because what I didn't...
Today, I'm testing out your amazing secret base idea. Hold on a second, that's autocorrect. I meant to say... Look, I get a lot of comments saying that the previous tests were far too easy. And you know what? I agree. Which is why for the next 10 secret bases, I've amped up the difficulty with multiple red herrings, complex strategies, and miles. Hey Siri, set a 10-minute timer.
Wait, are we started?
10 minutes starting now.
Well, what is that? Have we started yet or not?
You literally spent 10... did you hear Siri? Our first idea comes from a viewer named AD1TYA_08_ what a name, who says milk a cow.
Yeah, I guess so, but like you didn't give me any warning or anything.
No, I don't think you need a warning.
God,
Aren't you a professional? So the way you get into the base is by heading into this house and taking out the bucket. Bring the bucket over to the lovely cow pen and milk the cow, and you're in.
Oh, this cheap. This is going really badly. This is going so bad. Okay. Why is that oak block an oak log?
Why are you an orange marshmallow? Because our mothers love us.
Taking all that stuff.
All right, sweet. Can I come out?
Stay in there. Nope.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Chief! I'm lost.
Now, one of the things I did do in this entire thing is I started adding some like red herrings. I kind of started putting like the number 2 over here. I have the number 1. These numbers don't mean anything. I mean, I even went as far as to take this house and add these spruce trapdoors. You can actually see like right down here, it leads to what feels like a secret base. I mean, there's pressure plates. I even added lava chicken just to see if maybe it would stump Miles.
I hate you. Stay in there.
No, you know what?
Okay,
No.
okay. What am I missing? Okay, skulk sensors maybe. Oh, this is so much harder than it looks.
Yep. Why don't you do that?
Okay, that didn't work. That didn't do anything. I'm stuck. No, I'm back. No, I'm not. There's the lava here. Oh, do I have to jump in the lava?
No. I'm just over here, just wrecking commands over here. Don't mind me. Oh, okay.
Go faster! Go faster! How much time? Oh, there better be something good down here. Why is this taking so long? Oh, no, wait. I can't break blocks, can I? Am I stuck?
I honestly didn't
no.
anticipate you going through there, so yeah, why not?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Wait. What was that? Oh my god, wait! Oh my god! Chief!
Are you serious?
Yes!
Are you serious?
I was just getting milk to be funny. Did I do well?
You tell me, Miles. Our second secret base comes from a viewer named NoteV5, who says, deskin every...
The sliding plate with the 3D printed bracket, that was totally not an afterthought. Fine, it was an afterthought. Thank you, P2S, for being lightning fast. And speaking of pre-planning, yeah, forgot about this end here as well, but no worries. Thank you again to the P2S for being so fast.
Very nice.
While Mark took care of connecting all the ends of the wires to the respective connections on the sliding cart and threading the gripper power cable through the Z-axis extrusion, I put together this slightly janky but very functional CNC controller, complete with 3 stepper drivers, a power supply, and an ESP32 driver.